Hey, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Tylord, and I am finally back with more Let's Play World of Warcraft Wrath of the Lich King. This is episode 6, and that's right folks, I am back with more Death Knight gameplay. It's been over a year and a half since episode 5, and if you guys remember, the initial first 5 episodes of this Let's Play, I was calling it sort of a mini-series, just because I was leveling a Death Knight through the starting zone of, I guess you would call it, it was at Acaris, the Ebb and Hold. Where is that? Over in the Eastern Plague Lands. So Acaris, the Ebb and Hold, and Tyr's Hand, and all this right here is a starting zone for Death Knights that starts at 55 and gets you, once you're finished, to about level 58. And so since then, you guys might have noticed I was live streaming a couple times on YouTube, just leveling this toon through the Outlands. And as you can see here, I'm level 68 now. So this is my level 68 Undead Death Knight. I'm here in Tirisfal Glades. We're about to hop on this Zeppelin and head over to the Howling Fjord for the first time on this toon. Very excited. Lots of stuff happening right here. Here comes the Zeppelin now, so we don't have to wait too long. Not a lot of filler this episode. I'm going to try and get as much done as I can on the continent of Northrend for the very first time. So here is Mifi Farthrottle. The Zeppelin to Vengeance Landing has just arrived. All aboard for Howling Fjord. So welcome to Vengeance Landing. Welcome to the Howling Fjord. It's good to be here. Wow. It has been quite some time. The new undead settlement here. You can see all the new architecture. It's been some time since I've leveled through the Northrend. I've gotten used to saying leveling through the Outlands, but leveling through Northrend, it's gonna be a different story. So we could just jump off here if we wanted to, but I'm not feeling too suicidal at the moment. So let's just take the stairs like a normal character. Where are we going? Okay, and now you can see right off the bat we can't fly yet in Northrend. We can't use our flying mount, so I'm just gonna move that over and put our normal ground mount where I have it keybound. The last 10 strains from Undercity, all of them worthless. So that's Apothecary Lysander. Let's go ahead and talk to Bat Handler Adeline. Let's learn the flight path. We don't know any locations to this one though. Oh my gosh. And this, I believe, is the leader here at Vengeance Landing, High Executor Anselm. Let's talk to them. War is hell. We're slowly finishing off the remnants of Stormrund's North Fleet. The bodies to the west are a testament to how brutal this confrontation has been. This has not happened to bother my refined aesthetics, but it does present a danger to our lives. So we need to burn down 10 corpses littered to the west of town. That's his quest. We have about 3 quests to pick up right here. Fiend? Who's Fiend? We have some plague hounds. Caged and captured and trained by this man Pontius. Pontius Pilate? I don't know. Pontius, let them eat crow. Pontius, the Kennelkeeper at Vengeance Landing, wants you to use the Plaguehound cage to summon a hungry Plaguehound and feed it crow meat from Fjord Crows west of Vengeance Landing. Right on, dude, right on. So this is the inn here. The only profession I have is First Aid. It is maxed out, so we're going to have to learn the next rank for First Aid if we start getting some Frostweave drops. The new plague, Apothecary Lysander at Vengeance Landing, wants you to recover 10 intact plague containers. Start killing some Fjord Crows and burning these corpses. We have some wild wargs. We do have some wild wargs out here on the fields. So release a hungry Plaguehound from the cage. I wonder if we have to first kill the crow. I'm in combat. Yeah, so we have to first take out the mob before we can actually use the Plaguehound cage. Oh, I see. And then we loot the meat, and then we feed it to the Plaguehound. So we're going to have to gather a bunch of these crows here. And the Plaguehound is actually... Oh, the Plaguehound is acting as my pet. Sick him. Sick your Plaguehound on a nearby crow. So it's actually going to take over the pet slot. And it de-summoned my ghoul from Raised Dead. But that's okay. I don't mind. We can have a little Plaguehound pet for a little while, right? I wonder if Ghoul Frenzy works on it. I can cast Ghoul Frenzy. It won't get the buff, but the Hungry Plaguehound actually does get my Horn of Winter buff. So that's pretty funny. The last 2 crows we've needed, so let's go ahead and feed this Plaguehound. And that quest is now done, so I'm going to dismiss this pet so that I can resummon my ghoul. And then we still need to start burning corpses. So you see all these corpses here. And like he said, like the quest giver said, we don't really mind the corpses. They don't really bother us because we ourselves are undead, right? So these corpses don't really bother us. But what bothers us is, I guess, it's gonna poison. They're gonna poison our crops, poison our water supply, destroy our crops, poison our water supplies, burn our homes. They are? No. But are we just going to wait around until they do? So I'm going to go ahead and run back and turn these quests in before the server restart. And then I'll cut away and I'll meet you guys back later gathering some intact play containers. So let's go ahead and turn in War as Hell. Let's get a nice chunk of experience there. And the follow-up reports from the field speak to Dark Ranger Liana and Deathstalker Raziel in the battlefield at the Bleeding Vale south of Vengeance Landing. Return to High Executor Anselm when you've completed the task. So we need reports from the field for this quest, as the quest implies. Let them eat the crow. Did you hunt down some crows, boy? Good boy, good boy. All these hounds remind me of my days raising purebreds in Tearsfall. Those were the days. I don't remember you being in Tearsfall, but, you know, I don't know too much about Tearsfall to deny that you ever lived there. And then Pontius here does have a follow-up quest. Sniff out the enemy. Use the Plaguehound leash near the Plaguehound cages and look for clues at the location you're led to by the Plaguehound tracker. So I'm going to cut away now. Server's going to go ahead and restart. And when it loads back up, I'll head out to the field. South of Vengeance Landing, I believe, was called the Bleeding Vale. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alrighty, so I am back, everybody. Let's go ahead and talk to Deathstalker Raziel here. Listen to his report for the quest reports from the field. The ground is frozen. We're sitting ducks here. These meat wagons aren't going anywhere. High Executor Ansem wants a report on the situation. What does it look like? The ground is frozen like a rock. The wheels on these meat wagons were built to go over mud at best. We're going to need an abomination and some chains to salvage them. Ah, yes. Okay, goodbye. So that was Deathstalker Raziel. Let's go ahead and find Liana here. I believe she is going to be somewhere closer to the battlements. Alright, here is Dark Ranger Liana. Let's go ahead and talk to her. High Executor Ansem requests your report. It is those two cannons along the wall that are slowing us down. Without their protection, our forces would be able to rush their fortification without it taking any losses. It's either take out those cannons or wait until they run out of ammunition. Anselm's choice, I suppose. Alright, so that quest is now finished. Reports from the field. I want to go ahead and do this other quest, the New Plague, before I head back into town. And that's going to require us to gather 10 intact plague containers, and now we're going to be able to find these all over the coast here, in the water, on the boat. So we're just going to go ahead and run around and collect 10 of these, all while taking out these North Fleet salvagers. I don't believe they have a chance to drop the items. Maybe it's possible, but I don't think I've encountered them dropping them yet. And otherwise, taking them out is just going to grant us a little bit of extra experience. They drop Frostweave Cloth. What else do they drop? They drop Crusty Flatbread. That's the new food here that we can, requires level 65 to use, but it's the next rank of food for us to eat. Alright, so you guys are probably going to notice I'm going to be editing up this video, obviously in post-production. I'm going to probably be recording most of the episode in one go. And then in post-production, when I get to actually editing the video, I'm just going to cut it up and splice it up so you guys aren't watching me do these quests for 40 minutes at a time. I want to try and keep episodes somewhere between 20 to 30 minutes long. Like I said, any of the transitions are a bit jarring. I'll try and work on that as I go along with this Let's Play. But here's a nice little group of mobs that we can take out. Alrighty, back in Vengeance Landing, let's go ahead and turn in reports from the field to High Executor Ansem here. Cannons are holding us back? I'll show them cannons. The Windrunner fleet is the follow-up. We have the Windrunner, the Queen's Reprisal, and the Oblivion stationed just east of the derelict Strand. Send orders to the fleet's commander, Captain Harker, that they're to destroy the Alliance cannons. Sir, yes sir. Now this next quest we're going to turn in here, the New Plague, is going to be the first quest turn in Northrend that's going to give us new armor, and it's going to immediately replace what we have. You can see immediately the difference in item levels, 138 compared to 105, but overall our DPS should increase even if we're losing a little stand. So spiking the mix is the next follow-up. Bring 3 giant toxin glands from giant tide crawlers back to Apothecary Lysander. Aha, Grandmaster First Aid. Sally Tompkins. Let's go ahead and learn Grandmaster First Aid. And now we can learn Frostweave Bandages, and we could start making Frostweave Bandages. Let's go ahead and do the quest Sniff Out the Enemies. So we're supposed to use the Plaguehound leash near the Plaguehound cages at Vengeance Landing and look for clues. So let's go ahead and use this leash here, and we're gonna have to, this is the Plaguehound tracker. The Plaguehound tracker is gonna obviously track the clues and lead us over to where we're supposed to go. We can kind of cheat and look if we have show quest objectives on our map. It'll show us where we're gonna end up. There's gonna be a cave along the northern coast here outside of town of Vengeance Landing. So it's gonna take a while for this I think Plaguehound tracker to pick up some clues. The hound appears to pick up a scent from the north and prepares to sprint to its source. Go on, boy. What'd you find? That's your sprint? This is the same as your walking speed. I'm still faster than you, and I'm walking. Hey, I'm walking here. So here's the cave up ahead, and I think what we're gonna find in there are a couple of Virucal mobs, maybe? A Winterscorn Scout. There's just one, but he is still alive. Actually, there's a couple in there. Pardon me. Alright, so let's go ahead and get our diseases spread here. Upon reaching its destination, the hound becomes startled by the noise up ahead and appears ready to flee. Alright, go back home, little Plaguehound Scout. You've done your job. You've done your duty. You've done it well. Let's go ahead and take out all these mobs. These Winterscorn. Pathetic. Alright, this scaly scroll is covered in stark painted images. You've a feeling this is a sort of thing the Kennel Keeper had in mind when he asked you to look for clues. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn this in and pick up the following, the Dragon Skin map. So let's go ahead and pick that up, and we'll bring it back to High Executor Anselm. Alright, so like I said, I'm gonna try and get the other quests done that I have at the same time. Spiking the mix, so we're gonna kill a couple of these giant tide crawlers. Didn't mean to do that twice in a row. I'm fat fingering number 4 on the keyboard instead of number 3, which is my Scourge Strike ability. So it's gonna take a couple more kills here. Alright, 3 out of 3 giant toxin glands collected. Let's go ahead and run back into Vengeance Landing and turn in all these quests we have in. We have 2 quests to turn in here, and then the third, the Windrunner Fleet, is going to lead us out back to Bloody Landing is what that place is called, or the Derelict Strand, the Bloody Veil maybe. Alright, spiking the mix. Let's go ahead and turn this in here. You continue to prove your competence, Tylord. Hopefully this toxin will be enough to boost our plague to the levels we need it to. Hold on. I'm helping y'all create a deadly poisonous plague? I don't know if I want to help you undead with this mission just quite yet. Speak to Bat Handler Camille and take a riding back to intercept the Alliance reinforcements. Once above their fleet, to use the plague vials to infect 16 North Fleet reservists. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, that's not a problem. Can definitely do that. But first, let's go ahead and turn in the Dragon Skin map. You've something to show me, Death Knight? That's right, I have a map here for you. The High Executor looks at the map intently, occasionally looking up at the landmarks around the fjord. We're completely surrounded by a wall, you know. Here's the eastern coastline over here. The Dragon Flare and Winterscorn villages are here, and this must be us over here, marked for death. No one seems to know very much about the Vrykul. I call them the Virucal, but that might be wrong. The Vrykul. Our records show no signs of activity in their lands for centuries, yet here they are, just as we move against Arthas. The map you retrieved makes it clear that we'll have to defeat them if our forces are to get any further into Northrend. So we need to speak to Sergeant Gorth at the blockade near the elevator west of Vengeance Landing in Howling Fjord, and then he's going to send us up the elevator, and we're going to do a bunch of quests in the out in the middle of the fjord. Go ahead and talk to Bat Handler Camille. I'm going to put the plague vials on my number 1 in my keybinds so we can get this quest done quicker. I need a riding bat to intercept the Alliance reinforcements. And she's going to send us out here. And once we get out to the frozen sea, we can start hurling these plague vials down. Get us a little bit closer so we can start hucking these vials at these soldiers. And once we finish the quest, I think the bat will just return automatically. Could be wrong. There we go, 16 out of 16. Our bat should turn around. What are they yelling up? That liquid, it reeks. I don't feel so good. Help! My eyes! Someone shoot that bat down! Alrighty, so we're done with that quest. Let's go ahead and turn it into Apothecary Lysander here. Test it. See? Humph. The reports from the field are not encouraging. And what do we get here? Some plate shoulder pads. 21 strength, 16 stam, 39 haste. So actually, these aren't, you know, a huge upgrade. We're actually losing some agility and stam, but we're gaining a lot of armor and haste rating. So I'm just going to go ahead and equip these anyway. And we've got a little animation happening here. Ramshorn, inlaid shoulder pads. So we've got Apothecary Ravian coming in here. Reports from the test on the enemy fleet have come in, sir. They're both of the Royal Apothecary Society. Excellent. What's the lowdown? Do we have a body count? Oh my god, you madmen. Well, the good news is we forced the reinforcements to turn back. Well, spit it out. What's the bad news? The plague was not quite fatal. However, reports of harmful effects include nausea, loss of equilibrium, and severe stomach pain. Severe stomach pain? Womp womp. We wanted to kill him. Severe stomach pain! Uh-oh. We are the Royal Apothecary Society. Inducing belly aches is not part of our description. Old boy's about to get... Old boy about to get fucked up right here. Am I surrounded by amateurs? I want a full analysis of the new strain by tomorrow morning. Get on it, Ravian. Yes, sir. Adios, Ravian. And now we've got the follow-up. New Agamen. I'm afraid our equipment isn't exactly the best here at Vineyard's Landing. After all, it's a military-controlled outpost. I will need you to take a sample of this strain to Chief Plaguebringer Harris. What a title, Chief Plaguebringer. I thought that was my title. I'm the one spreading the plagues all around here. You must hurry, Tylord. Our enemies are stronger and more numerous than us. We need to develop a viable weapon against them. So bring the strand. That's just leading us to a new quest hub here in Howling Fjord. Fly out to the Windrunner. The Windrunner fleet. I hope you're ready to fight, Tylord. The Queen's fleet needs you. Well, I wish I had picked up this quest before I just killed those 5 or 6 Marines, because now I need to kill 15 more Marines. That's okay. We should be fine. I'm going to go ahead and put my Frostweek bandages here. Alright, so we ended up killing a bit more than 15 of these mobs, but that's okay. We could use the experience. A lot of them actually weren't even dropping anything, but let's go ahead and turn in Ambushed, and we're going to get nothing because none of these items are meant for plate melee damage dealers. Guide our sights as a follow-up. Use the smoke flares at the location of the Alliance cannons on the northern wall of the derelict strand. Report to Dark Ranger Liana at the Bleeding Veil after you've completed the task. Alright, so there's the eastern cannon marked, and eventually a giant rocket is going to come out of nowhere and take it down, I believe. Maybe. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe not. Not 100% sure. Alright, let's go ahead and mark the western cannon. After we've marked the eastern cannon, let's go ahead and see if anything happens to it. Like it gets struck by a bunch of arrows or something, or a big old bomba comes out of the sky and rains fire on this cannon. So far, I'm not seeing nothing happen. Alright, so I believe we turned this quest in. We're just going to ride through the middle of all these mobs here. And hopefully they despawn eventually, or maybe some other mobs are gonna pick up the aggro there. Holy crap, we're taking a lot of damage though from from somewhere. I'm not sure the source of the damage, where it's coming from, but alright, let's go ahead and turn this quest in. Guide our sights. Excellent. I will signal our ground troops to make the move. Landing the killing blow. You've proven yourself in the field of battle, Tylord. You might very well have changed the tides in our favor. So now we need to... our first... Oh, it's a one-hander. We don't get a two-hander because we can't use them. We can't use maces. Alright. Dark Ranger Liana wants us to kill Captain Ulster, Lieutenant Celine, and Sergeant Lorik at the Derelict Strand. Alright, I'm actually going to do a hard flank. Gonna pop Path of Frost, and we're just gonna ride around the wall here. They didn't expect this, did they? They take him out post-haste. I will say these North Fleet marksmen are actually the most annoying mobs because every now and then they have a special ability that deals quite a bit of damage, so it's kind of annoying. You have to be on the lookout for that. So that's Captain Ulster, Lieutenant. Next we need to find Lieutenant Silene. There's Sergeant Lorik. Sergeant Lorik is over here by some cannons, trying to attack our ships here. I did not get a plague strike on this mob. Well, that's just disappointing. So we aggroed the medic, and she's trying to get a renew off or a heal off on the target, but we already killed the target, so don't worry about that. Alright, so that's 2 out of the 3 done. And the last mob we have to kill, again, Lieutenant Silene is right here next to Apothecary Haynes, who is taken prisoner, a POW, prisoner of war. Let's go ahead and take her out. A quick work of her, and then pick up this quest here. Trial of Fire, a one-handed sword that is actually much higher DPS than our two-hander. Escort Apothecary Haynes out of the derelict strand. Okay, let's do it. Come on, baby. Let's go. You couldn't have come at a better time. Let's get out of here. Yes, let us leave, but not before we leave our alliance hosts something to remember us by. They have limited supplies in this camp. It would be a real shame if something were to happen to them. Haha, so we're poisoning poisoning their water supply, burning their crops. Ah, yes, watch it burn. You might remember, I'm not sure what episode I got this, episode 3 or 4, I think, or possibly even 5. No, I don't think it was episode 5. I want to say episode 3 or 4. I got Noth's Special Brew, which is sort of a... Let's go ahead and aggro all these mobs here. Spread my diseases round and watch the world burn. We got Noth's Special Brew, which is a unique item, limited to 20. I can only carry a full stack of 20, but it is sort of like a health pot, restores 1500 to 2500 health, and also gives us 50 runic power, which I still have 1 left over. You know, I had a full stack of 20 at level 58, and along the way, I used about 19 of them. We're almost done. Good, let's get out of here. I'm still trying to rescue you, but you seem to be dilly-dallying along here, not wanting to leave. One might say you have Stockholm Syndrome. And then he laughs. We're almost done. That'll teach you to mess with an apothecary, you motherless alliance dogs. Don't shoot, apothecary coming through. Oh, Jesus Christ, we're taking a lot of damage. Taking a lot of damage, but it's okay. Our apothecary remains unharmed. There we go. Alright. Oh god, look at these arrows. We're just barely missing them. Ah, we're running straight into the fucking firing line. I don't know why we're doing that. Okay, are we done yet? Have you been rescued? There it is. Rescued, and he despawns, and let's go ahead and turn in landing the killing blow. The only weapon we can use here is the one-hander, so I guess we might as well take that. Even though we're going to be missing out on about 2 gold. But I think if I get 2 one-handed weapons, I can use them as a dual wield. Report back to Anselm at the Howling Tour. At Vengeance Landing, I should say. Alright, let's do that. And Trial by Fire. We can turn that in, get another one-hander. So I'll have 2 one-handed swords. You know what that means? I could dual wield the one-handed swords and respec into Frost. That is an option, but I don't think I want to do that quite yet. So let's go ahead and turn in Trial by Fire first before we turn in Report to Anselm. Trial of Fire. So we can't use these wands. There's 2 different wands. Don't know why they want to have 2 different wands as quest items. There's a fist weapon, I think, for enhancement shamans. I don't know who else uses fist weapons in this expansion. There's a bow, and then the ice-rimmed daggers. Let's go ahead and grab the Stoneblade Slicer. Turn that quest in there. There's no follow-up or anything. We got some nice weapons. Some nice weapons. 287 is a main hand. And then the, I would say the Cutlass for main hand. Look at that damage, 287. It's actually more damage than my two-hander that I currently have. So let's go ahead and just equip it, and then equip the Stone Blade Slicer as my offhand. And bada bing, bada boom, we've got a bit more DPS coming our way. Plus 22 stam, 40 attack power. Plus 22 stam, 40 attack power, and expertise rating by 24 as well. So reduces the chance for our attacks to be dodged and parried. Up until now, I was using the Blade of Misfortune that I got at about level 59 or 60 or so, and this lasted me throughout the entire time in the Outlands. Pretty incredible, right? Alright, let's go ahead and turn in this quest report to Anselm. It was about time. The Alliance has been a thorn in our side for a long time now. There's no time to celebrate, however. Look to the west. It appears we have visitors. Huh? To the west? Prince Kelseth. Archers! Hold your archers at the ready. Hold your fire. So we've got Prince Kelseth, the Sand Lane, and a bunch of Winterscorn guards. I can take out these guards no problem. Prince Kelseth might be a different story. 28k health though. I can definitely do 28k health. I can solo an elite with that much health. I was doing that in the Outlands the entire time. What fool dares to enter Her Majesty's dominion unannounced? Ah, but it is you who intrudes on our master's territory. He could wipe you out in an instant for that transgression alone. Arthas does not have much love or patience for his escaped slaves. But he has learned of your victory over Stormwind's North Fleet and thinks you have potential to see reason and abandon Sylvanas' childish rebellion. Arthas is prepared to offer you power beyond your imagination. The puny army you lead here would pale in comparison to the phalanxes at your command if you return to the Scourge's embrace. Behold the Vrykul, a race that has perfected war and destruction to the point of an art form. Already they've cast their lot with the Lich King. Their dwellings surround you, and their numbers are easily 5 times yours. I'll just have to get my KDR up a bit. The choice is yours, Anselm. Return to the Lich King's army and fight alongside them, or remain loyal to your so-called queen and suffer their wrath as they drive you from their homelands. Is that you? Is that all you've come to say? Send these scumbags back to hell. Fire at will. Oh shit, dude. They've stopped the arrows. Oh my god. He TP'd. He's draining their souls. Such a futile gesture. We killed the guards, but listen to your men's dying breath as I drink their souls. I think Anselm can take them. This will not be the last you hear of me. I will return to spit on your corpse after Utgard's armies have descended upon you. No. How about no? A score to settle. So now he gives us the quest to go to Utgard and slay Prince Kelseth. Our first dungeon quest. So, with that being said, all these corpses strewn, laying about on the ground, I'm going to end off this episode here. We've accomplished quite a bit this episode. We've gotten about 60% of the way into this level to 69. Very nice. And yeah, we did get quite a bit accomplished. We're basically done here at Vengeance Landing. 100%ed this place, easy peasy, no problem. Our next stop is the Great Lift here, I believe, the elevator west of Vengeance Landing, and then from there we can also head to New Agamemnon, another quest hub where we can do more quests. So that's it, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys are excited for the return of this Death Knight Let's Play, as am I. A lot of fun here to be had in Northrend. So until next time, as always, thanks for watching, and I hope y'all stay classy, and peace out.